Welcome back inside Marcus Pavilion here at Twin Star Courts for the last game of this St. Martin's tournament. Westminster Griffins going up against our 8-0 St. Martin's Saints. Should be an exciting end to the three-day tournament. Starting lineups today for Westminster: libero Alana Lee, number 6 Olivia Curtis, number 7 Avery Alger, number 9 Layla Cornejo, number 10 Melinda Messner, 14 Lydia Parkinson, 15 Malali Myers.
A 5'5" freshman, number 9, Layla Cornejo. A 5'10" junior, number 10, is Melinda Messner. A 5'8" freshman, number 12, Emma Reardon. A 5'11" outside hitter senior is number 14, Lydia Parkinson. And a 5'9" freshman, number 15, is Miley Myers. Your head coach is Miss Sue Delaney.
Westminster Griffins going over to the Saints, coached by Dan Banke. The starting lineup will be number 1, Tia Allen as outside, number 2, Abby Halstead as libero, number 7, Carla Soto setter, number 9, Gracie Brenner as the right side, number 19, Maddie Gooding middle, number 20, Emmy Hansen at outside, and number 21, Jennifer Soha as middle. In for this game. Hopefully they can get their Saints fired up and another win under their belt before going into the GNAC season. And with that, we are getting started here. Girls are getting fired up and ready to fight this battle. Number 9, Layla Cornejo back to serve to start off this game. Float is up. Going over there to Emmy Hansen, a little off the net. Soto sets that out to Hansen. Blocked. Another touch by Halstead, off the net by Hansen. Finding that lib in the back row. Back to right side. Swing is blocked back over, tipped. Good up by Soto. And up again by Hansen, finding those high hands. Back out to the outside. Chip that is touched up, saved by Halstead. And sent over by Gooding. The set goes back to the right side. Another swing. Tools just off the hands of Hansen. Point for the Griffins. Cornejo back to serve. Serve to Hansen again. Great pass. Going back to Gooding. And she sails that one out a bit. Trying to find those high hands, I'm sure. Putting a lot of power on that one. Number 9 continuing serving for the Griffins. Ball's up again to Hansen. Good pass. Going for a 2 to Brenner. She puts a lot of power on that, but it's dug up. Going to the right side. Swing is up. Going for that deep corner. Soto digs. Halstead back sets to Hansen. To the block. Dug up. To the middle. Tip. Picked up by Allen. Out to Hansen. Ooh, went for that deep corner and almost had it. Very close there. That allows the Griffins to continue their run. Saints looking for a side out as Westminster has got to a quick 3-0 lead. Hansen again with the pass to Gooding. And somehow dug up to Soto. Out to Hansen. She has one blocker up and is able to execute that one. Way to put that away by Hansen. McKenzie checks back in for the Saints. And Gilchrist will be serving. Serve is up. And 14 passes that one up. Goes to the middle. Block touch. Gilchrist picks it up. Halstead stepping in. Allen putting that one over in a beautiful spot that causes the dig to go out of bounds and point Saints. Another serve for number 5 in white. The pass gets them out of system and is sailed out for a point Saints. Gilchrist will continue serving. Saints have quickly tied it up at 3-3. Serve is up and just tips the tape and is down for an ace for Gilchrist. Saints retain the serve. Serve is up a little deeper this time. Overpass, and Gooding puts that away with some power behind that one. Maddie Gooding getting up. Number 12 will check in for the Griffins. Taking out number 6, Olivia Curtis. Gilchrist serve is up. Going deep again, beautiful. Going to the right side. Off-speed shot dug up by Gilchrist. Soto goes out to Allen. She swings high hands, find that middle back. Gets back to the right side. And right into the block. Allen's able to find that. Chip again. Halstead with a great dig. Going back to the right side. Brenner tries to find that sharp cross. Goes back to the middle. Touched up by Halstead. Great effort by Allen and over with a Gilchrist pass. Goes back to the right side. Another block. Going to the outside. Gilchrist up again. Soto passes that over. Into the middle again. Halstead right there. Saints looking to put this one away with an Allen. Oh, almost had that one. She's going for those high hands and just couldn't put it away. That was a great rally, though. Some good defense. Number 14, Parkinson, is back to serve. in. Gilchrist up. Gooding with a swing and gets him a little out of system, causing them to set the back row. Gooding with a hand pass. Back to Brenner. She finds high hands. Middle back digs that up, goes to the outside. High hands again and just out of the reach of Halstead. That's a kill for the Griffins. All tied up at 5. Gilchrist with a good pass, going out to Allen. She swings, puts a lot of power behind that. Lib gets it, causing a chip from the outside. Going to the middle. Maddie gets a good swing on it, and there's someone in the net for Westminster, and that will be a point for the Saints. Jennifer Soha checking back in. Maddie Gooding back to serve. Maddie Gooding sailing that one in, and it is just over, and it's out. Powerful serve by Gooding, causing that to go outside the antenna and earn a point for the Saints. Another great serve. Causes an off pass and forces a set to the right side and just out of Gooding's reach, and it notches a kill for the Westminster Griffins. 15 Myers back to serve. Serves a little deep. Halstead gets it up. Going to Soha. She gets a good swing on it, and there's a little miscommunication on the other side, causing free ball. Gilchrist passes that up beautifully, and Soha gets up and puts that away. Great choice from Soto to set Soha on that one. She had a hole in the block and was able to put that down in the middle of the court. Brenner comes back row to serve. She went on a lovely run yesterday to help the Saints come back from down 10 and win in the 5th set. Good pass by the Griffins. And a good swing, finding that tool on Allen to get the serve back. Number 4, Chrissy Copeland coming in. Number 10 for the Griffins. And she will be back to serve.
Number 4, Chrissy Copeland.
So go another jump float here. Up and into Halstead. Beautiful pass going back to Soha, and she has an open net to reach over that block and put it away. Beautiful swing. Emmy Hansen checks back in for the Saints. Allen back to serve. Oh, and that serve is just out. She's trying to keep that one aggressive. Hopefully the Saints can get a quick side out here. Number 12 back to serve. An aggressive one that just goes wide on that sideline there. Maddie Gooding checks back in for the Saints, and Halstead will be back to serve. Looks like both teams have their setters front row, so it should be interesting to see the offense there. Good pass going to the 6th there. Blocked. Roll shot over. Allen there. Soto pushes that out to the outside. Hansen finds high hands, and that just drops short of the defender. Kill for Hansen, point Saints. Halstead continues. Crowd getting into it with some choreographed cheers. A little bit of a tighter pass, but the setter is able to get that to the outside, and there's some power on that swing by number 14. New middle checks back in for Westminster. And number 1, Lee, will be back there to serve. Serve is in, and fortunately it looks like it caused the 2 passers to overlap with each other, and that's an ace. Lee continues. Quick communication is going to be key for the Saints here. Great pass by Allen. Pushing that out, and Hansen finds that hole. Allen able to pick that up. That's a tough one. Set goes out to Hansen, and she finds those high hands and puts that away. Point Saints. Benetti checking out. Brenner checking in for the Saints. Soto back to serve. Beautiful float on that one. Great pass, though. Going up to the outside, and she saw that shot and wanted it, but Halstead was there. Hansen another swing, dug up by the lid. Going to the outside. A high swing off of high hands, finds the back of the court, and that's a point for Westminster. Very close game here. Number 10 checking back in for the Griffins. And number 9, Cornejo, back to serve. Hansen passes that one up. Soto goes back. Gooding finds that deep line and puts it away. That is a very smart place to put it, as the defender saw her tipping, moved up, and she was able to put it right over her head. Gilchrist checks back in for the Saints, and she will be serving. Serve is up and in. 14 with the pass, a little tight, causes a forearm set there. Block is right there to put that back onto Westminster's side. Set to the right side. Set out by Griffin, and that was a tough one since Allen was in the air and was not able to find that side of the court. Point Westminster. 14 Parkinson back to serve. Score is 13-12. Good float there. Good pass by Gilchrist. Up for Allen, and that just finds the hands of the block. Point Griffins. All tied up at 13. Parkinson will continue to serve. Also with a beautiful pass, going to Gooding, and she just finds that right over the block. Almost down. Outside, swing into the block, going to the back row pipe. Powerful swing dug up with her hands by Halstead. Allen looks like, yes, there was a touch. Looks like that's exactly what she was going for, that deep corner, high touch off the block, and she got it. Point Saints. Maddie Gooding back to serve as Jennifer Soha checks back in. Laser of a serve, going to the middle, and Gilchrist is almost there. That was a tough swing by Westminster. Number 7 coming back in for the front row, and 15 back to serve for the Griffins. Serve goes a little shorter. Mackenzie's there. Soha tries to find that short tip. Picked up, goes to the outside. Roll shot. Touch with Block's hand. Soto's there. Set to Brenner. She swings, hits the tape, hits the block, goes over. Tia finds that deep. Set to the right side. Dug up by Halstead beautifully. Out to Allen. Trying to find those high hands again. Dug up, goes out to number 12. And Soto hustles for that one beautifully. Allen finds that deep tip. Another shot, dug up, and almost picked up by Gilchrist. That was a great defensive effort. When the ball hits the block like that, where Soto is able to pick it up, that is a really tough dig to get. So it was great to see her pursue that, track it down, and pick that up for the Saints. 15 continue to serve. Halstead with the pass, back to Brenner. Takes a big swing at it, and it will go down. Point for the Saints. And Brenner will be back to serve. Good cross-court serve there. Going to the middle for a 3. And just over the head of Brenner, Gilchrist isn't able to track it down. That's a point for the Griffins. Benetti checking in for the Saints. And Copeland coming back in for Westminster. Center front row again for both teams. Serve is in. Halstead with the pass. Soto sets that out. Allen passes it over. Set to the back row, trying to find that middle shot. Allen finds the seam in the block and puts it away. She's just able to beat that middle block there and sneak it in between the defense and put that away. Emmy Hansen checks back in for the Saints. Allen back to serve. Little shuffling by Westminster over there for a great float by Allen. Blocked back over by Soha. Lib sets the outside. 12 takes a swing at it, and that will go down for a kill. Point Griffins. Very close game here as it's coming down to the 20s. One team looking to pull ahead. Hopefully the Saints can string a few points together after this side out. Allen picks that one up. Soha there and finds the middle of the block and puts it down. A beautiful swing there. Great way to end that rotation for Soha. Gooding checking back in. Halstead back to serve. Halstead serves that down the line. Lib will set that out to 14. She'll take a swing at it. Oh, wow. Allen there. Gooding picks it up. Halstead sends it over. Going to the outside. Block is there. That finds the hands of Soto. And that just floats out. Saints are able to quickly side out there. Or quickly get the ball back. Excuse me. Halstead continues to serve. Another great serve down the line. Pulling the setter off the net and causes that roll shot that just goes off the hands of Benetti. Point Griffins. All tied up at 18. Lee back to serve. Allen with a great pass, gets that back to Gooding. She puts some power on it, but blocked back over, and Soto is aggressive with it. Not sure what was called there, but it was great that Soto was being aggressive. Lee with the serve. Set to Gooding, and she finds that between the blocker's hands in the net, and that's a kill. Point Saints. Brenner will check back in for the Saints. And number 7, Soto, will be back to serve. Good serve there, overpass, and Hansen's there. Tips it over. Setter sets number 14. And that finds the hands of Gooding to go down for a block. Point Saints. Soto will continue to serve. Saints up by 1. Serve finds middle back, a little tight. Setter brings that off, and that hit sails out for a point Saints. Crowd's getting into it with some players on the bench and having some more of those choreographed cheers. Oh, close serve there. Carla stays aggressive, and it just is barely out. Westminster point. Number 10 will check back in. Number 9, Cornejo, will be back to serve. Serves up is in and in. Hansen up. Gooding swings and finds the block. She's not able to get that up, and point Westminster. All tied up at 21. Cornejo back to serve. Serve is good. Allen passes it up. Hansen up and puts some power on that one. Finds out what we like to call Langle. line angle between that defender and left or right and middle back and puts that away. Gilchrist checks in for Hansen, and she will be back to serve. Good pass by Westminster, going to the middle, and that just finds its way in. A deep middle shot can be tough to pick up. 14 Parkinson back to serve for Westminster. It's a very close game here. Quick Saints side out would help them gain that lead and get to 25 quicker, and Gooding puts that one away. That angle shot falls right there by the line. Gooding will go back to serve, and Soha will be back in the front row. Gooding serve is up, going deep. And that's tipped over. Soto picks that up. Gilchrist goes out to Brenner. She takes a nice swing, recycles it. Goes out to Allen, who looks to put it away. Swings high hands. 9 goes back to the right side. She takes a big swing, and Gooding picks that up. Great dig, and Allen finds high hands. What a beautiful play. Wow. Maddie Gooding as a middle is not often in the back row, and she's able to pick that one up, and Tia Allen really takes advantage of that and just puts it away. Timeout Westminster. Crowd showing off their dance moves during that timeout, and Maddie Gooding is back to serve. 24-22, Saints. Pass goes to the outside and finds a high hands. Gooding is there to dig it once again. Allen gets up and finds that deep corner, picked up by 14. Set goes out to number 12, and that is blocked by the Saints. First set going to the Saints, 25-22. Heading into the second set here. Lineups look to remain about the same. Team's looking to get another set under their belt. Hopefully a little quicker this time. There was a lot of back and forth in the last one, but hey, a win's a win. Number 7 Soto will be back to serve for the Saints to start off this set. Server's up and nicks the tape. Picked up by the middle. She gets up, touches the blocker's hands, goes to the outside, and that's found just in the corner as the ref calls a touch. Point Westminster. Cornejo will be back to serve for the Griffins. Serve is up and picked up by Emmy Hansen. Set back for a slide to Gooding, and that falls. That's a great way to exploit the tape there by Gooding. Gilchrist checks in for the Saints, and she will be serving. Ball is up and going for 3. Touches Brenner's hands, dug back up, going to the setter, and up for a middle hit. Also picks that up and goes to Gooding again. Defenders there to pick that second touch up, and it's an interesting spot placement there that gets a kill for Westminster. Parkinson back to serve. Serve to Gilchrist. Off a bit, causing a set to Brenner. She swings high hands, finds middle of the court. Set out to the outside. Finds Gilchrist there in the back. Goes out to Allen, and she puts that away. Using the blocker's hands once again to get a kill. Point Saints. Gooding will be back to serve. Soha checking in for front row. Gooding serves that one deep, catches the lib high, causing the second person to run after that one in a free ball. Gooding gets that one with her hands. Soto with the one-hand set. Back to Soha, and she puts that away. Quite an impressive set there by Soto to Soha. Gooding continues serving. Another beautiful float off the arms of the passer and into the stands. Gooding notches another ace. The run continues for the Saints. Ball's a little shorter this time, causing a little bit of trouble. Right side is set. Gooding with a high dig there. Soto sends that to Allen. She's trying to find that shorter spot there and be aggressive with it, but falls to the tape and point Westminster. 7 checks in for front row. Myers back to serve. Serve goes to Halstead. Beautiful pass going to Soha. Wow, impressive dig by back row there. And the swing looks to be out, but Halstead picks that up with her hands, goes out to Allen, shakes the swing, goes into the block. Halstead there to pick it up. Going out to Brenner. She's going for that deep corner. That's a great spot. Causes a little bit of out of system. Off-speed shot. Halstead picks it up. Soto comes in, sets it out to Allen. Tips that over. Going to the right side. She looks for a big swing and gets it. 10 puts that away, and point Westminster. They close the gap, and it's tied at 4. Myers continues to serve. Serve is a bit higher. Halstead gets an easy pass off that. Soha right there. Dug up by 15. Goes back to 10 again. Gilchrist moves to find that deep corner. Brenner gets a swing on that impressively. She does a 360 and is able to put that away, catching the other team a little bit out of their spots. That's a smart play by Brenner. Point Saints. Brenner back to serve. Float is in, catches the pass high. A little bit of out of system. Back row hits off the tape. Halstead picks it up. Back to Soha. She puts some pace on that. Picked up, goes to the right side, and a double is called on the libero for Westminster. That will be a point for the Saints. Brenner continues. Serve catches the pass high there. Goes to the outside. Finds the hands of Soha and just trickles to that side, and it's a point for Westminster. Benetti checking in for Brenner. And 4 checking in for Westminster. Copeland will be back to serve. Service short, Gilchrist is there, but the block is also there. Number 7 puts that away for Westminster. Copeland will continue to serve. Deeper serve, Halstead picks it up, goes back to Soha. She tips, and that is down. Smart choice there by Soha. She's been swinging really hard. Caught the defenders on their heels by putting that tip short. She gets the point. Hansen checks in for the Saints, and Allen will be back to serve. Seems to be a bit of sweat on the floor. Cleaning that up before we resume play here. Allen's serve causes an overpass, and Soto is there. It's a nice swing that's dug up, and that just finds the deeper corner where Halstead is not, so the kill is chalked to Westminster. Copeland will continue. Oh, excuse me, looks like Reardon is serving. Allen picks up that pass. Soto sends a beautiful set out that Hansen takes a good swing at. It's dug up, sent back over. Hansen gets up again. Another great swing, just the defenders there. And 14 finds the hands, and it is in on the Saints side for a point, Westminster. Reardon continues serving. Serves in, Allen picks that up, goes out to Hansen. She swings between the block and finds that middle back. Tip goes a little bit higher. Halstead picks it up, and she will take a swing at it impressively. And back row swing from Westminster is out. Point Saints. All tied up at 8. Gooding checks back in for the Saints. Halstead back to serve. Serve goes shorter, causing an off pass and an off swing that finds the hands of Gooding. She puts that down for a block. Point Saints. Number 2 serve in. Serve catches the pass high. Libero there to set it out to 14. She finds just in between the block, and that goes down for a point, Westminster. Lee will be back to serve. Serve is in. Allen pushes that to the net. Hansen gets up. That sharp cross. It was a beautiful spot to put it. No one was there, and Hansen took advantage. Point Saints, and Soto will be back to serve. Brenner checks in for Benetti. Carla lasers that one in there. Off-speed shot. Allen picks it up with her hands, goes out to Hansen. Big swing in between the blocker's hands and the net. Hansen notches another kill. Soto continues to serve. Good float on that one, but it just carries out. Point Westminster. Messner checks back in for the Griffins. Cornejo back to serve. Deep serve. Hansen picks it up. And Hansen will also get the swing. Recycled back onto the Saints side. Soto digs that up. Halstead out to Hansen. Takes another swing at it. And those high hands are really working for those outsides right now. Point for the Saints. Gilchrist checks back in. And she will be serving. Serve is up and in. Going back to the right side. He takes a big swing. That's just out. And that will continue Gilchrist serving. Serve is in. 9 sets that out to 10, and Gilchrist digs it up. High set there. Brenner finds the middle of the court with that one. 10 gets up and puts that in. Halstead picks it up. Gilchrist out to Allen. Allen swing, looking for that sharp cross and doesn't get it. Point for Westminster. Saints now up by 2. Hopefully they can get a quick side out here to retain that lead. Serve is up. Good pass going to Gooding with a great spot there. Had a little bit of backspin, caught the libero off guard, and she was able to get that kill. Beautiful. Gooding back to serve. Soha checking back in front row. Gooding with a powerful serve. Great pass though. And, oh wow. Soha was looking to kick that one up as Gooding hit the floor for it. Love to see the hard work there, but point Westminster. 7 coming back in front row for the Griffins. Myers back to serve. Halstead picks that up. It's a little low. Soto has to kick that back, and Brenner's not able to get it over. Point Griffins. It's a 1-point game. Myers will be back to serve. Serves a little shorter. Halstead picks that up. And 2 were up. Tia tipped that one over. Goes back to the right side. She takes a swing. Halstead picks that up with her hands beautifully. Goes out to Allen. She takes a swing and almost gets it. She wants it so bad. Man, Tia Allen, that was a great swing, but point Westminster. The team continues serving. That just catches Halstead a little high, and team isn't able to get a second touch on that. Myers at the ace, and she will continue. Timeout by the Saints. Myers continues serving out of this timeout. Saints looking to side out as it is a 1-point game. Serve is good. Halstead picks that up. Soto there, and Soha, oh my goodness, gets on top of that one, and it is not able to be returned. Beautiful choice by Soto to Soha. Brenner back to serve now. Saints tied up at 15. Up and in for Brenner, causing an overpass. Halstead hustles for that one, goes back to Soha, and again, puts that down. That tip is really working for her. She needs to continue using that. Love to see it. Point for the Saints. Brenner continues. It's like a sub for Westminster. Curtis coming back in. For Reardon in the back row. And the pass just isn't there. Brenner gets herself an ace. Point Saints. Saints up by 2 as Brenner gets her serve up and in. Another great serve. Back row swing. Going short. Gilchrist there. Soto sets Soha. And another kill for Soha. She's staying very aggressive and just finds that in between the blocker's hands and the net. Brenner continues. Serve is up. Bit of a better pass there. Swing to the outside. Finds its way down the line. And is in. Point Westminster. Copeland checking in for Westminster. And Benetti coming back in for the Saints. Service shorter. Halstead picks that up. Soto goes out to Allen. Halstead's there to pick it up, but unfortunately hit the tape. Point Westminster. Kylie Kuhn checking in for the Saints. Copeland will continue serving. Looks like the ref did not blow the whistle, so that will be a reserve. Serve is in, catches Halstead high. Soto going out to Kuhn. And that is one arm dug up there. And that finds the hands of Soha. Set over, picked up by Halstead. Goes back to Soha. She takes another swing. Benetti there to pick that up. Goes out to Kuhn. She takes a big swing off the blocker's hands. Picked up by 6. Going back out. Little bit of an offset, and that finds its way to the middle of the court and down. Westminster ties it up at 18. Both games have been fairly close, each team going kind of point for point with each other. Serve is in. Halstead with a great pass. And Soto takes advantage of being front row, staying aggressive, and catches the defense off guard for a setter kill. Kuhn will be back to serve, and Hansen checks in front row. She gets up for a jump serve. It finds its way into the tape in Westminster point. Allen will check back in. And Curtis is back to serve for Westminster. 19-19. Close to the tape, catches Halstead high. Allen steps in for that. Hansen finds that cross court, picked up by Lee. Going back to 6. She takes a swing. Allen there to pick that up. Soto sets it out to Hansen. Picked up by Lee, one arm. Benetti's there, goes out to Hansen. Oh, and just barely finds the tape and isn't able to make its way over. 4 touches for the Saints, and the Griffins will score. Timeout by Coach Benke. Coming out of this timeout, Westminster leads by 1. And Curtis will continue to serve. Serve is in. Good pass by Halstead. Goes back to Soha. She finds high hands. Set goes to the back row. 6 takes a swing, and that's in the middle of the net. Point Saints. Gooding checks back in. Halstead back to serve. Halstead with the deep serve, moves to libero. Setter chooses back row attack, and Gooding's there, but it looks like it hit the tape, and point Saints. Emma Reardon checking in for the Griffins as Halstead is back to serve for the Saints. That is a difficult pass by the libero there, who 14 takes a swing, finds the block, back out to 14. She opts for a more off-speed shot. Soto goes out to Hansen, who takes a big swing, picked up by Lee. Goes out to 14 again, and that finds the middle of the floor. Kill and point for the Griffins. 15 checks back in for Westminster, and Lee will be back to serve. Saints looking for a quick side out. Serve is up and in. Benetti picks it up. Soto goes out to Hansen, and she takes a swing at that. Falker's hands aren't enough to hold her swing back. Point from the Saints. Brenner checks back in. Soto back to serve. Soto has some great flow on that. Catches that passer off guard, and that's an ace for Soto. Point Saints. Westminster forced to call a timeout with that one. Saints lead by 2. Both teams coming back on out of this timeout. Saints up by 2. Soto back to serve. Serve is up, down the line, catches that passer high, causing a little bit of frantic play. Tia picks that up, goes out to Hansen, who finds the seam and finds that sharp cross again. Kill for Hansen, point Saints. That's just a beautiful spot, and she keeps exploiting that. Smart move by the freshman. Soto back to serve again. Serve goes to middle back. 9 pushes that out. Short tip. Hansen goes in there and picks that up. Brenner gets up, finds blocker's hands, almost recycled, but down on the Saints side for a point, Griffins. Messner coming back in for the Griffins. Cornejo back to serve. Hansen with a good pass. Gooding gets up and finds that short tip that is unable to be returned. It's a beautiful spot where Gooding puts it, and that will put the game away for the Saints, 25-22. Going into this third set here, the Saints are looking to go from 8-0 to 9-0, which will continue their streak of the longest win streak in Saints history. This is an incredible start, and Coach Benke is just bringing in some extremely talented players who have the tenacity and fight to make this team a true GNAC winner and contender. There are quite a few people here that are new and recruited by Benke, who have been incredible additions to this program. Looks like Fungi comes in for right side. Other than that, the lineup looks the same. And number 9, Cornejo, will be back to serve, starting out this third set. Serve is in, catching Hansen high. Halstead waves it off. Goes out to Hansen. She takes a swing. Lee's there to pick it up. Goes out to the middle, and that finds its way to the back line. Point Griffins. Number 9 continues serving. Hansen picks that up. Great hustle and talk by Soto. Another swing by Hansen, finds high hands. This one's dug over. Halstead there to pick it up. Bundy takes a swing. Looks like didn't catch any blockers' hands. Point Griffins. Cornejo continues. Coach Benke, I think, wanted there to be a touch there, but refs are not having it. Serve is in. Allen with a great pass. Going to the middle, and Lori takes a big swing at that. But point Westminster. That's how the first set started as well, so hopefully the Saints can quickly side out and get a few points under their belt. Catches Allen high, and Halstead sets it out to Hansen, who passes it over. Lee picks that up. Going back to the right side, she takes a big swing that is out. Saints catch a break and get a point. Hansen checking out, Gilchrist coming in. Number 5 will be back to serve. Serve is up and deep. That's some great float on it. Going back again to the right side, who does some slide footwork. Soto able to pick that up with her hands. Goes back to Allen. She swings high hands. 14 picks it up. Going back to 14. She takes a swing, and wow, good defensive effort. Gooding picks it up with her hand, and that looks like someone was in the net. So point for the Saints. Oh, some scrappiness from Maddie Gooding and Tia Allen there to get that back over and get the point for the Saints. Gilchrist continues. Deep serve. Catches that passer high. Causes a little miscommunication. Kind of looked like there was a net, but Allen picks that up. Gooding with the set. Allen with the deep corner. Or more Langle again. And she finds that down for a kill. Point Saints. 5 continues serving. Service deep. Pushed out to the 14 outside, and Soto with a beautiful dig. Allen comes inside and tips that down the line, taking out the setter. Lib sets that. Outside tries to catch high hands. Oh, and that's just a little too tight for Allen to get up and put away. Point Westminster. 14 Parkinson will be back to serve for the Griffins. Deep serve. Gilchrist is there. Soto has to hustle for that one. Halstead puts it over. Causes a little bit of commotion. Set to the middle. Picked up beautifully by Gilchrist. Goes back to Fungi. She tips it in the middle. Picked up by 10. Set out to the outside. And that sharp cross just splits the defenders and is unable to be picked up. Point Griffins. Parkinson continues serving. Gilchrist with a great pass to Gooding. She finds that tip over the block, picked up by the right side, and going out to the outside for a swing. Halstead finding that off the blocker's hands. Gooding there. She takes a swing and puts that away in transition. That was fantastic that she was able to be available. Soto found her and executed for the kill. Soha checks back in, front row. Gooding back to serve. Finds that line, which is picked up, pushes the setter a little far, causing her to go to the right side, which puts it away for a kill. Point Griffins. 7 checking in for Westminster. Miley Myers back to serve. Serve finds Halstad's arms beautifully. Fungi gets up and takes a big swing that finds the blocker's hands and down. Point Saints. Benetti checks in here for the Saints, and she will be serving. Deep serve, it's passed a little tight, will go to the middle. Block finds that, Lee picks it up. Lee sets it out, and Benetti, with great court awareness, lets that go, and that will be a point for the Saints. 13 continues. Serve is very deep, moving the passer back, making the setter really work for it. Outside gets up, and the block is down. Great block from Soha and Soto. Benetti continues serving for the Saints. Shorter serve this time. Catches the pass off guard. Lee goes outside. Six takes a swing. Halstad's arms are there. Soha gets up, takes a swing, and puts it away. This is Soha's night. She's just putting it down. Soto continuing to find her hands beautifully. And Benetti will be back to serve again. And beautiful pass there for the Griffins. And the one who passed it gets up for a two and just puts that down. Gilchrist almost had it. That will notch a kill and a point for Westminster. Copeland checking back in, as well as number 3, Reagan Jackson. And Copeland will be back to serve. Serve is in. Gilchrist picks it up, goes out to Allen. She takes a big swing, causes an overpass. She digs that back up, goes out to Allen again, who puts it away this time. She wanted that swing twice, and she got it that second time. Great swing, point Saints. Hansen checks in. Allen back to serve. Great float there, tight pass. Hansen gets up, and that just comes back on the Saints side. T. Allen having some words with the ref there, not happy with that call. Same with Dan Benke. Westminster will serve. And serve is out. As they say in volleyball sometimes, the ball never lies. Gooding checking back in for the Saints. And Reardon checking back in for Westminster. Halstead will be back to serve. Looking to extend this 2-point lead. Set goes outside. Halstead picks that up. Gooding hustles out of the way for Soto to pick it up. And Hansen just finds the hands of number 7 there on Westminster for a block, and point Griffins. Myers checks back in. And Alana Lee will be back to serve. Steeper serve causes Benetti to move back. Getting a great pass though. Hansen finds that deep line tip and makes the hitter work. She sends that short. Going back to Gooding for the slide. She finds high hands. Defender picks that up. Looks like that one was a double and point Saints. And Fungi coming back in for Benetti. Soto back to serve. Deep float. Causing a lot of hustle from the other side to even just get it back over for a free ball. Soto makes a good choice and sets it outside. Another free ball coming back over. Hopefully the Saints can capitalize this time by putting it away. Fungi gets up and puts that away. Big swing. The lib is just not able to handle And Saints point. Soto continues serving. Serve down the line. Hits the passer's arm and goes back. Allen picks that up. Gooding finds that in the middle of the court for another kill. She'll take it how she can get it. And Cornejo checking back in for the Griffins. Soto continues her run. Saints up by 4. Deep serve is out. Point Westminster. And number 10 will check back in. Cornejo will be back to serve. Hansen picks that serve up. Great spot there by Lori, and she puts that away for a kill. Hansen checking out, Gilchrist checking in. Saints with a fairly young lineup here, but they are taking advantage and not lacking experience at all. Gilchrist service picked up. 14 swings that one over. Halstead with an easy dig. Goes to Gooding. She takes a swing, and that's a kill. Kind of looked like it went off the head, then hand, and was down. Gilchrist will continue to serve. Another great serve. Going back to 10 for the slide. Footwork. Finds the hands of Tia and Gooding, and split the defense. There was Myers with her swing. Point Westminster. And Parkinson will be just back to serve. Deeper serve. Gilchrist is there. Gooding comes in for one and powers that. There's a touch on it, and she gets a kill. That was beautiful. Great set choice there by Soto to get that quick side out, and hopefully Gooding can extend this 5-point lead. Soha checks back in for the front row. Beautiful float. This other team out of system. And the outside takes a swing that just has a lucky roll off that tape out of the reach of Allen, and that's a point Westminster. Myers will be back to serve. Serve is in. Halstead with a great pass. Going back to Fungi. And that swing is in. It travels all the way across the tape and lands in. That's a point for your Saints. Benetti checking back in. And she will be serving. Tough serve by Benetti. But a great pass by Westminster. They're able to run that middle three and put it away. Chrissy Copeland checking back in for the Griffins, and she will be back to serve. Serve is in. Halstead with a bit of an off pass, but Saints are able to recover. Allen sends that over with the free ball. Pushed out to the outside, and 12 is able to tool the block for a point. Copeland continues to serve. Serve is in. Halstead's able to get that up. Soto with a bump set, and that is a kill for Allen. She finds that back line beautifully. Gilchrist checking out. Hansen checking in for the Saints. Allen back to serve. That serve is in. Great pass by the Griffins. 7 gets up and just finds that right over the block. That's a tough one. Quick set and right over the block makes it difficult for the Lib to see that and react early. So that was a smart placement by the Griffins. Reardon will be back to serve. Benetti with a good pass. Soha gets up. That swing angle works and she gets the kill. Middle's really being taken advantage of in this game, and it's great to see. Gooding checks back in. Halstead back to serve. Down the line. Gets the setter off the net, going to the outside. Oh, just out of Halstead's reach, and Allen hustles after it. Point Westminster. Lee will be back to serve. As Myers checks back in for the front row. Saints up by 3. Deep serve. Goes over the net and dug up by Halstead. One arm. Soto is able to get a swing on that, and Gooding almost has that block. She wanted it. Westminster gets that point, and Lee will be back to serve again. Deep serve. Benetti with a great pass. Goes out to Hansen. Confused the blockers a little. They thought she was going back to Gooding. Good swing. Good pickup by Allen. They read that early by Soto. Hansen gets up. Finds the seam. Off dig. Forcing a free ball pass. Saints running their offense here. Soto goes out to Hansen. She swings that to middle back, and the setter puts that over. Goes to Tia Allen, and Gooding picks up that block. Hansen swings, goes to Lee. Set goes out to the outside. She takes a swing. Emmy picks that up. Goes back to Tia. She gets up for a big swing. Lee picking that one up again. Going to the middle for a tip that goes down. What a rally. Great defensive efforts on both sides, but just barely goes in the way of Westminster. Lee back to serve. Saints regroup in a bit. They need this side out, and Ben Key will take this advantage to call a timeout. Saints looking to side out here as the gap has been closed by Westminster. They are just down by 1. Lee back to serve. Serve is in. Great pass by Giselle. Gets up, and Maddie Gooding again with a kill. Beautiful swing to that line. That will be a side out and point for the Saints. Bungie checking back in. And Soto back to serve. And a great serve by Soto. Ace for her and point Saints. Hopefully she can do that again. She has a tough serve. And that causes a Westminster timeout. Out of this timeout, Saints are up by 3. Soto continuing her serving streak. And that's a deep serve, point Westminster. Messner checks back in for the Griffins, and Cornejo will be back to serve. Soto has a lot of offensive options here. Hopefully the Saints can take advantage. Allen with that pass. Halstead out to Hansen. She finds that cross to Lee. Swing by Messner. Soto picks that up. Set to Allen in the back row. She finds high hands, and that makes its way back over somehow. Hansen gets up, one blocker. Off dig. Goes back to the outside. She's off 10, and that is just out. Saints will get a point there. Gilchrist coming in for Hansen, and she will be back to serve. Gilchrist with a great serve. That is an ace, putting the Saints up 23-19. They just need 2 for a record-breaking 9-0 start. Curtis checks back in for the Griffins. Looking for some kind of answer here for the Saints, who are kind of going on a hot streak. And Gilchrist's serve just barely goes out. Point Westminster. Parkinson back to serve. Serve had a little bit of topspin. Going out to Allen. Finds the blocker's hands, but she picks that up. Going back out to Allen. Oh, and she's almost able to capitalize. She saw that line and wanted it. Point Westminster. Parkinson again for the serve. Westminster only down by 2. And Gilchrist, it's just out of her reach there. Ace for Parkinson, and she will continue to serve. Saints need an answer here to push these last 2 points. Serve is up and short. That's a tough one. Halstead picks it up, goes out to Allen. She finds that seam, deep cross, and gets it. Kill for Allen. And Gooding back to serve. Hopefully my sister can get an ace here. Reardon checks in for the Griffins. Gooding serves beautifully. Goes back to the right side. She takes a swing. Gilchrist is there. Soto with the set. Goes to Fungi. She looks for that corner tip. Goes back out to the outside. Free ball. Oh, and the Saints won it. Going back to Soha. Tipped over and a kill. What an end to this great weekend of volleyball. The Saints are now 9-0. This is a great momentum going into GNAC. And they swept. Your scores were 25-22 each time. This was a fairly even match, and the Saints were able to just pull away at the end every single time. Thank you for joining us tonight on the Saints Digital Network, brought to you by me and Sydney. Hope you have a great night, and we will see you next time at a home game.